Western Washington is a growing hub for the film industry. There are several active film production companies here. And now there's The Forge, a new film distributor based on Vashon Island. And its founder, Mark Sayer, joins me now. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Love it. So you started the Vashon Island Film Festival 3 years ago, but tell me about this new chapter.
Yeah, The Forge was probably founded around the same time as the Vashon Film Institute, which hosts the film festival. And I had moved back to Vashon from Los Angeles after being there for about 20 years as a film producer. And The Forge really was an answer to pain points I had felt as an independent film producer. And I thought, what is the distributor or the sales agent I want to work with? And that's how the company, The Forge, was forged, for lack of a better term.
Ooh, I like it. Okay, and there was a film at South by Southwest called We Were Dangerous that recently caught your eye. So now you're working to get that in front of more audiences. Tell us about that.
Yeah, it was the Special Jury Award winner last year at South by Southwest. It's from the same producers that did Jojo Rabbit, Hunt for the Wilder People, executive produced by Taika Waititi and Carthu Neal. It stars Arana James, which people might remember from The Wilds, or Rima Tewiata, who's a legend in New Zealand and Australia, and people would recall her from Hunt for the Wilder People and a lot of other things.
Yeah, what's it about?
It is about a group of girls that are sent to a reformatory school on a little remote island off the coast of New Zealand, where they are under the strict rule of a cruel matron played by Rima. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I'm excited to see that. That sounds like a must-see.
Yeah, it is, definitely.
And why do you think that story is still relevant now?
I think it deals with really universal issues: identity, societal change, the pursuit of freedom. And I think with shifting cultural norms and global uncertainties in the status quo, it feels maybe more topical now than ever, even though it's set in the 1950s.
Definitely. And it was a Special Jury Award winner that, like you said, at the South by Southwest. But for all of us that might not know what exactly that means, explain.
Yeah, it's an acknowledgement of excellence for narrative feature filmmaking, usually in like the creative or performance or technical achievement end of things.
Wow. And how are you working to get this in front of more eyes too?
So we're the North American distributor. It's having its LA premiere and its New York premiere this week. In fact, I'm flying to LA tomorrow for that and then to New York afterwards.
Whoa.
But it will start a week of preview screenings in Los Angeles and then at the Grand in Tacoma, followed by a wider release on April 11th. Next week. Yeah.
And you talked about moving here from Los Angeles. So how has that been, being part of The Forge and the pain points that you were talking earlier, if you can explain how it differentiates here?
Well, I wanted, I was really glad to have a chance to move back. And I think that the film industry is really starting to thrive here, and to become one of its first distributors that's headquartered here has meant a lot to me as somebody that grew up on Vashon and to return to my hometown and continue doing the business here. But we, kind of pride ourselves on being a distributor that really collaborates with its filmmakers, and that means having them involved every step of the way. So we're very transparent, collaborative, and looking to find, movies that we really believe in.
Amazing. And where does this passion come from? Have you always wanted to be in the film industry?
Yeah, I was one of those kids when I was 5. I had a cardboard box and a camcorder, and I knew what I was going to do as a child. Oh,
that's amazing. What's next for you?
Well, we have We Were Dangerous. We have another movie we're getting ready to announce the acquisition of, and then we'll head to Cannes in May and start acquiring films all over again. This last awards season, we had Black Dog, which won the Top in Certain Regard at Cannes last year, and was nominated for a Gotham Award and a Spirit Award. Suho, which was Mexico's entry for Best International Film at the Oscars, and Resonator, which was an eligible contender as well.
Any advice for, younger filmmakers or anyone that's thinking of getting in this space?
I think when you're first getting into the space, you need to, do what you believe in, follow the stories that really mean a lot to you, and eventually you're going to find your right space.
Oh, such good advice. Thank you so much. I have some homework now to definitely watch that film, and we so appreciate you being here today.
Thank you so much for having me.